Dame i gospodo, dobro jutro. Dobrodošli na godišnju konferenciju CIRCOM-a. At this point we will switch to English. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you are ready to kick off. Dear colleagues, welcome to Novi Sad, where we are just about to start our annual CIRCOM conference. This year, Radio Television of Vojvodina is proud to be your host. In the next few days, we hope to have fruitful discussion on regional media, their present challenges and ways to be better in the future. There will be discussion concerning fake news, but also we will have talks about how to give a new, better, modern shape to our stories. As your host, Radio Television of Vojvodina is this year focusing on our younger audience because we believe younger audience is quite a challenge for media today. They obviously need a different kind of content, different kind of journalism, but we the journalists from traditional media, strongly believe that we still have much to offer to our youth. We can help them with what we feel is much needed today, and it's called media literacy. Putting youth in our focus is quite understandable because today, ladies and gentlemen, you are in Novi Sad, and Novi Sad is this year's European capital of youth. So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Jyri Kataja-Rahko, President of CIRCOMRegional, to join me here and to give the opening remarks. Please.
Good morning. CIRCOM family wants to welcome you all to Novi Sad and to our annual conference. It's great to be here. Thanks for our hosts. Everything is great. We are going to talk about future of regional media. What kind it will be, what it should be, what it shouldn't be. What should we do? After these 2 days, we won't know all the answers, but I'm sure we will have new visions, new thoughts, new questions, but I think we have all chances now to concentrate on the future because we have to do that. Great to be here. Enjoy the conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like now to invite Mr. Boca, our very own, also Vice President of CIRCOMRegional, to join me.
Thank you. I would like also to welcome you to the 37th CIRCOM annual conference, and I hope that you find this program interesting. It was designed to find at least 50 ways to get better, to have regional media better and interesting for our audience, and so be constructive in finding new formats and using new technologies like artificial intelligence and other new technologies. So I wish you a pleasant stay here in Novi Sad. I wish you to have a good conference and to get some more journalistic skills when you came back, and to discuss with your colleagues all the issues that you have in your stations. So welcome, and have a nice stay here in Novi Sad.
Now, just to show that there is an institutional support for our endeavor. I would like to invite Ms. Dragana Milošević, Regional Secretary for Culture, Media, and the relationship with religious communities. Ms. Milošević, would you like to join me, please?
Dear ladies and gentlemen, it is really my great honor to have the opportunity today, on behalf of the provincial government and myself, to greet you and wish you success during the 37th annual conference of the European Association of Regional Television Europe, CIRCOMRegional. Firstly, let me, through the prism of the importance and influence of television as one of the most important platforms in the information system, and thus the creation of public opinion, present our vision of the role of public television services, including the regional ones that your association brings together. Of course, I will say nothing new if I say that the impact of television today is enormous and that it is realistic to expect it to be even greater in the future, nor that this effect is both positive and negative. The latter one is inevitably caused by its ubiquitous commercialization, including, unfortunately, tabloidization and often vulgarization, which we are increasingly witnessing today. And this is precisely the point at which we come to the role, and I would also say the mission of public service, whose essential task is to set and meet high and socially acceptable criteria in all segments of the production of television content, that is news, culture, education, entertainment, and sports. By setting and continuously maintaining these criteria at a high level, public services are, in fact, a kind of corrective that is a dam from converting public discourse into a space of backward communication harmful to the growth of a society. With the absolute independence of editorial policy in relation to everything, including, of course, the state, and to the benefit of exclusively and only those who own them, that is, all the citizens of the country or the region who these public services address. Therefore, this is an extremely general framework, and the regional one, which functions also on the principle of high criteria, is not less important. Its basic content is the affirmation of the regional values, and I, from the position of Provincial Secretary for Culture, Public Information and Relations with religious communities, and as a member of the provincial government, would like to say that the radio television of Vojvodina, in spite of the problems that it still faces, performs this task in a very, very good manner. The autonomous province of Vojvodina, as you know, is a multinational region, and we consider this our wealth. In preserving and developing this wealth, information in mother language is an extremely important element and a model that, for decades, has been applied in this field by the radio television of Vojvodina is a good, reputable example. All-day television program in 10 and on radio in as many as 16 languages confirms this, in my opinion, in the best and most convincing way. This is certainly just one of its successfully implemented functions and one of its priorities, and I believe that the regional public services gathered around CIRCOMRegional also have similar experiences and priorities. I really hope that the exchange of this experience, as well as the discussion on the quality of program content, interaction with television audiences, and digital technologies of the future that are also on the agenda of this conference will be considerably useful for all of us. Finally, let me clarify my previous statement on the issues that radio television of Vojvodina still faces. Its very modern building was brutally destroyed during NATO aggression against our country in 1999. And until 3 years ago, that is until the formation of the provincial government, on whose behalf I stand before you today, There were no serious attempts to solve the issue to permanently house the Radio Television of Vojvodina again. We have, however, recognized the importance of this problem and the construction of a new, for present-day circumstances, highly modern building of over 17,500 square meters, in which we will invest more than 2.6 billion dinars, or almost 22 million euros, is coming to an end. Its signal will start broadcasting at the end of November this year, in the time when the Radio Television of Vojvodina will mark the 70th anniversary of its establishment and work. I believe that it will be the start of a new, even more productive and richer phase in its abundant history, and I hope you will not mind that I wish to share my joy over the fact with you today. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a successful and useful conference, and let me say at the end, welcome to Novi Sad, welcome to Vojvodina, and welcome to Serbia. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Milošević. I was wondering, Mile, if we should ask our colleagues to return next year to have another annual conference here, just to check how the new building looks like and how are we doing. And finally, I would like to invite Director General of Radio Television of Vojvodina, Mr. Miodrag Koprivica, to join me here.
Poštovane koleginice i kolege, dame i gospodo, pozdravljam vas u ime javne medijske ustanove Radio Televizije Vojvodine i čast mi je i zadovoljstvo što nam se pružila prilika da učestvujemo u organizaciji 37. konferencije CIRCOM-a, čiji smo član. Kao radio postojimo 70 godina, a kao televizija 50. Program proizvodimo na 15 jezika i 7 medijskih platformi. U različitim organizacionim i statusnim vidovima Radio Televizija Vojvodine ostvaruje ulogu informisanja, edukacije, zabave građana na ovim prostorima. Zastupljeni su svi žanrovi, od informativnih, dokumentarnih, obrazovnih, dečijih, omladinskih, verskih, naučnih, zabavnih i muzičkih sadržaja. Oko 1.500 zaposlenih sprema se da do kraja ove godine se useli u novu poslovno-proizvodnu zgradu koja će se izgraditi uz pomoć vlade Srbije i pokrajinske vlade u kojoj je uloženo 48 miliona eura. Tu će biti smešteno svih 7 medijskih platformi i na taj način će se ostvariti neophodna sinergija između televizije, radija i multimedijalnih platformi. Biće nam izuzetno drago da vas u bliskoj budućnosti ugostimo u našem novom domu. Želim vam uspešan rad i realizaciju planiranog programa konferencije. Moje kolege i ja stojimo vam na raspolaganju za sve potrebne informacije i pomoć. Dragi prijatelji, želim vam dobro zdravlje, ličnu i porodičnu sreću.